Hey, welcome my friend to Larry's Fountain Pen Review. I'm Larry, I'll be your host, and we're going to go back to the 50s to do a vintage on not just any pen, but the one of the most favorite pens, Waterman. Does that ring a bell? That's a big favorite, it seems to me, because people have, not just on my site, on other sites have really talked about the Waterman fountain pen. So I guess it's just a well-liked pen. I know I do. So this is the Waterman Vintage, the ideal. I can't see that upside down.
Taperite.
Taperite. Okay, that's the name of the pen. Okay, it's gray stripe as you see here. And it does have a lever here because it's a sack filler. And up here on top of the cap, it has the Waterman engraved on the cap. Nice cap. Not a lot going on in finial. At the bottom of the cap, though, it's a narrow band, gold band around it. Nice looking pen. And then on the barrel of the pen, let's check this out. It's got some cool stuff on it. It has a Waterman's registered U.S. ideal patent dot off made in the USA of America. And it does have a, I guess looks like the logo ideal on here with a world. Interesting. Pretty cool pen. It hadn't been restored. I won it off an auction. And for right now, I'm going to leave it like it is. But it was founded in 1884. 136 years ago plus, I would say, in New York, U.S. Founder Louis Waterman started the whole game with the pens. And their headquarters at the time was Paris, France. Now, the weight of this pen is 14 G's. And the length of it capped, as you see, is 5.04 inches. And when you post it, it's 5.99 inches. Twist off cap, post securely, nice pen. Let's get a little look-see on that. One of my favorite vintage pens, Waterman. And it says here that the Louis Edison Waterman entry into fountain pen manufacturing has only recently been properly researched. Waterman was working as a pen salesman in New York for a new company founded in the spring of 1883 by an inventor named Frank Holland. Holland abandoned his company after just 6 weeks, and Waterman stepped in, took over, fitting the pens with simplified feeds of his own design. So it was for one of the reasons that Waterman survived and lived and it didn't die. But it also did tell me that the beginning, the competition of the fountain pen industry was fierce. I mean, totally fierce, both in the market and the courtroom, despite letter companies, literature, despite Louis E. Waterman as a golden-hearted innocent. All evidence indicated that he was a tough, savvy innovator, businessman. The guy had his stuff together, right? He wasn't no pushover. So that was interesting. So, you know, when you buy a vintage pen, I recommend you trying to Google and look up the history about when the pen was made, the story about the pen, how it survived, how it did not survive, who took over when a person passed away or didn't want the business anymore. A lot of interesting details, you know, and how long this pen has lasted, so it really is neat. I have several other Watermans, but this is the only one that I've chose to do today, and I've been writing with it for a while now. The nib is a 14K nib. Like I said, it's a rigid nib. So let's do some writing with this one here. And then I say a rigid. Still a little wetness on here. It's wet, I can tell you right now. Bam! That is a monster. Doesn't have any ink flow problems at all. And I've been using this pen for a while. I know a good month already. Really giving it a good workout. Reverse. And you do get a different line variation when you put it at reverse. This is no pressure whatsoever, a little bit of pressure, and you get a little bit of different line variation. So, this is the popular Waterman fountain pen. Really just to me, this ideal fountain pen. The Waterman Ideal is just a nice, beautiful, vintage fountain pen. And again, will I send this to get it restored, get it checked out, or just let it patina till it's time to address whatever occurs to a pen after so long? Tell you what, this pen has lasted a long, long time. Very interesting, very rewarding, very lovely. And don't forget, this nib is a bit rigid, but still it's a decent gold nib on it. Folks, that'll wrap it up today. It's time to move on and check out other avenues. So thank you for joining me today. Hit that like button if you like my review, and even if you didn't hit the like button, my friends, until my next review, my friends, stay well, safe, and as always, don't text and drive. Later, folks.